All right, now we're going to go to my favorite setup is Turkish lira. Now, whether you want to do hold anything over the weekend, obviously, is up to you. But first things first, let's look at how clean, get rid of this for now, but how clean the pattern is from the high in November, right? You've got wave 1 down, which is like a perfect 5 itself, right? Wave 2 up, 3, 4, 5, A, B, C. You can't draw it up any better. We traded some of this really well. We were short for a lot of this. We were actually long for a lot of this. We were short for a lot of this. We were out, thank goodness, over the weekend. And that's another thing. You got to understand, weekend risk in FX is a thing. So yeah, be careful. But the setup here, and again, I'm not sure I'd necessarily leave an order over the weekend, but you want to be, I'm looking to short rally up into here. I would, the ranges here are big, but I would look at, say, 827 or so, which is the 618 retrace. So 827.38 is the 618. If you were stopping out over, say, you got to give it some room because, Turkish lira's got a big spread. But if you're going to stop out maybe over 846, 847, and then look to target down here, basically 739, 740, that is a big reward to risk. It's probably like 5 to 1, right? So that is a great trade idea here with Turkish lira. Looking to sell the dollar against the Turkish lira into 827 or so, right? When markets get volatile, they tend to, clarify. It's when Elliott traders can really thrive, and not that I'm a pure Elliott trader because I do use a lot of other tools, but in this case, you can see just how clean the waves are as volatility has picked up in Turkish lira. I mean, even this drop here from this week's high, right, you can see a clean 5-wave impulse down, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? So we're looking to sell that against this high. Now, you can see this red line that cuts in here, okay? I want to show you where that comes from. All right, so here's a long-term chart of Turkish lira. I actually talked about this yesterday in my market note. This is another technique, channeling technique, trendline technique, what have you. This is called parallel channels with original slope. So in this case, we're looking at a very long-term example. You can see, draw this off the 2008, 2010 lows. Now, we do that because that is again, the original slope, right? That's the first two pivot lows in this massive trend. Now, what you do over time, okay, you'll be able to extend these parallels. So this is log scale, so you have to get the degrees right. So this is 16 degrees. So let's see what we've done here. I'm a stickler for having my magnet perfect trend line on there. So 16 degrees, and let's see what that would look like. Okay, so 16 degrees. Okay, so for example, it's a perfect example, right? 16 degree trend line here, extend it from here, that becomes resistance. You break above it and it becomes support. And it's like perfect support, right? Like, look at that. Look at all those lows, boom, 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 right? Well, then extend it from, and again, this is not Monday morning quarterbacking. This was in real time. We actually called the top up here to the day in dollar Turkish lira based on this simple technique of drawing a line on a chart, right? That was really all that went into it. We extend then the parallel from this high, which is, again, is parallel to this. And guess what? It nailed the high, okay? We're then looking at eventually, probably down here would be the next major level, for dollar Turkish lira, which obviously is a massive move. So yeah, that's, the main reason why I favor on a longer term basis, kind of, fading this extreme long-term weakness in Turkish lira or strength in dollar lira.